Welcome to another video, The One Good Road here. This is going to be a quick review and unboxing. I've received this light, which came from a company called Gaciron. They're based over in Hong Kong or somewhere in China. They sent me out this light. They said, do you want to try out our light and make a review for your channel? And here I am. And funnily enough, I was actually looking for a set of bike lights. So this is the KIWI-1200 anti-glare bike front light from Gaciron. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. I did a couple of tests during the night, and just wanted to give you my first impressions on the product. I'm very curious about testing out their rear light as well, but for now I've got the front light. Compared to the rest of the competition, the amount of features you're getting for the money is definitely higher than what you would get from somewhere like Decathlon. For example, none of their lights get up to 1200 looms for the same price. So that's one thing right off the bat. So I'll just tell you what's the main features about the product, the things I like about it. The main things that come to mind, so I'll just list off some of the pros. The maximum looms is up to 1200, so that's really quite useful. I wouldn't use it all the time on the maximum setting because it's just so high. I'd probably use like 600 looms or 300 looms, and then you get a better battery life. So if we look at the battery life, it says if you run it on the highest setting at 1200 looms or lumens, you would have an hour and a half of runtime, and then it doubles that. So when you go to 600 looms, it can run for 3 hours. If you run on 300 looms, it'll run for 6 hours, and it can even go lower than that if you need it to run for on a very low setting. So that's the maximum loom setting, and it's incredibly light. I did a comparison between my head torch and the bike light. The waterproof rating is really interesting because it's an IPX6, so that means that you can get water jets just basically spraying onto it and it'll be fine. It'll be solid. Shouldn't have any issues. So it's protected against the rain really well. It's also got a power bank feature, so basically you can charge your other phone or your smartphone with this. It can serve as a battery bank if you need it to. I won't probably be using that feature as much, but in an emergency, it's actually quite handy. What I like about this light is you can charge it while using it. So some of these lights don't actually offer that. Now, the only downside is it drops down to like something like 300 looms or 600 looms. But it still is usable, and you can charge it at the same time. So you could run this, with an extension battery bank for a very long time, which is pretty cool. So it's very bright. It's waterproof. The looms are really bright. It's quite lightweight. It's a good construction. It's some sort of I think it was called CNC, if I remember the name. It's a good metal construction. It's high quality. And I think it releases its heat better, so it manages because they do get quite hot, these lights. And there is a button on the actual KIWI-1200, and actually they offered me a remote control, which is a Bluetooth button that you can put closer to your hand while riding. And I thought it was a gimmick, and it really isn't, because you can leave your hands in position, and then just with your thumb you can just turn it on. And I think it's really cool, and apparently it doesn't drain the battery at all, like pretty much it's negligible. It's also orientated towards the ground. It's really a bike light. It's not like a head torch, which I've been using in the past. You can mount it on the top and the bottom. You just have to unscrew the mounting system, and then you can either mount it from the top and the bottom. There is an interesting story behind as to why they call it the Kiwi. It's basically, the whole message is about how the kiwi bird is actually becoming quite an extinct species because it's being threatened by human urbanization and stuff like that. So James Hong, one of the founders, I suppose, who designed the light, he wanted to bring awareness to the kiwi bird. That's kind of a nice addition, that it's about that. I like the mounting feature. You've got different mounts that come in the box. You get an Allen key with it, which is good. I'm quite impressed with it so far. I want to test it, obviously. There are a couple of features I'd like to see in the future. Maybe we could have a non-removable battery on future editions. But the fact that it's USB-C rechargeable means it'll last you several years. And that is a really important feature because, we need to have rechargeable batteries, basically. We don't want to keep swapping out batteries all the time. So that's a very important feature. The mounting was really easy. I just fitted it to my bar on the front of my bike. And so far so good. I really do like it. And if you want to get an offer, if you want to save some money on your purchase, you can visit their website at Gaciron/shop.com. The link is in the description, and there's a coupon code if you want to save some money. There's also a bundle offer, so if you get all of the kit together, the rear light, the remote, and the light itself, you can actually save a bit of money because you can get all in one package. It's pretty lightweight. You can have a look at the specifications on their website, but it's a 160 gram unit. It's got 4,500 milliamp hour battery in it. It does come with a bunch of it comes with a small screwdriver to undo the decorative cover. And the mounting was really simple and it fixes quite well. It was really easy to fit. I do like having a wireless cord. I think that's a really rare feature for the remote, is to have a cordless system. So that way you could pretty much have it anywhere. And I'm kind of curious about having it. I don't know. It's really interesting. You can play around with where you want the placement without having any wires. It's a very clean, easy setup. So that's it. If you have any other questions about it, have a look at their website or leave me some comments. And you can also have a look at their website if you're interested in the Gaciron KIWI-1200.